Hey guys, Casey with Salty Motor Works. We have a 2020 Supra in the shop. It's already a really good looking car, especially with white. So what we wanted to do is come out with a really quick and easy way to add tint to your markers, get rid of that harsh orange, the harsh red of the reflectors. So this is what comes in the tint reflector kit. Anybody can install this with 0 tools. They're precisely fit, so that way there shouldn't be any need for trimming or even use of a hard card or squeegee or a heat gun. So what we're gonna do is just go through and show you how quick and easy an install is. All you need is a microfiber and some rubbing alcohol. So what we're gonna do first is just clean this off with some isopropyl rubbing alcohol. If you have wax and grease remover, that works too. So you really wanna make sure that you get down in the edges there. That's the most common place for dirt to collect. Get that nice and clean so we have good adhesion. Dry fit the piece first. So here we have it. I like to just gently wipe off the vinyl. That way you get any surface contaminants off of there. Now we're just gonna dry fit it, make sure that we have the right one. That's definitely the piece we're looking for. Just a little trick, I don't like to pull it off all at once. What I'm gonna do is actually leave the backing paper intact and just slowly peel it down as I'm installing it. That way I don't contaminate the adhesive with my fingers. I've got dirty fingers. And the reason I do this, I feel it's easier to get this on with less adhesive exposed. We'll stick it at the top and then just slowly move our way down. Take your time, get it lined up. There's gonna be a little bit of bleed or excess, so you can wrap it around the corners. Now, as we pull this down, you don't wanna stretch the vinyl very much because then you'll end up with too much at the bottom. And just take your time. You're gonna wanna start at the bottom and work your way down so you don't get any air bubbles. I'm not touching the adhesive because I'm using the backing paper. The install isn't done until you take your fingernail, a credit card, a hard card, and then wrap that vinyl around the edge to get a nice professional clean look. I'm gonna quickly show you how the rest of the installs go. Same as before, hit it with the rubbing alcohol, clean it with the microfiber, making sure you get those edges clean. Take your pattern, just get the dust off of there. Dry fit it. Make sure you have the right one because it is easy to mix these up. Then I'm going to start by just peeling this top back. Then just take my time and get it on there. Make sure it's straight and lined up. Now I will peel the backing out and then from top to bottom push it down with a thumb or a finger. And so you can see it wasn't laying down how I wanted it. It's not a big deal, you just gently pull it up and then you try again. You don't want to handle the adhesive with your hands. Your dry skin, it will come off and it will look like contamination in there. Now, something we could do if there was a little bit too much excess right here, how it's sticking on the body line of the car, what you'll do is you'll take something like a credit card or a hard card if you have it, and you just tuck it further back there. Do a few little passes, because we do design these to have a small amount of bleed to wrap around the edges. And this is definitely something you take 15-20 minutes and anybody can do this themselves. It's really easy and it's also gratifying because it does make your car look a lot cleaner with such a simple mod. So you can just use your fingernail, but it is nice if you have a credit card or a squeegee or hard card of some sort. That way you can just go and tuck the film down in the edges. We're cleaning up this back one here. Same thing, just a little bit of rubbing alcohol, making sure you get all of the grease, oils, wax, anything off of there, getting in the edges good. Now, this is the only one that gave me trouble, the shape of it. It is a little bit tricky, so just take a little bit of extra time, the way that we found to make it easier, you can see how this one slopes and rounds off a bit more. That one goes towards the outside of the vehicle, where the pointier one points towards the inside of the vehicle. Just a little reminder, double check, that way you don't end up wasting this pattern because you put it on the wrong side. So what I'm doing is I'm actually getting the vinyl started with the back of my fingernail. My fingernail isn't gonna have any dead or dry skin on it, and then that way it doesn't contaminate it, just to get it going. Now that we're there, same thing as the other two. Just gonna expose some of the film. Take our time and get it lined up in there. This one, it's a little bit harder to see than the others. Peel that backing paper out. Then come back with your fingernail and tuck those edges. And that's it. Now you've blacked out or tinted the markers on your car in less than 20 minutes. It's something that anybody can do. You need a microfiber, rubbing alcohol, and just a small amount of patience.